Brian Guidry. I'm Assistant Superintendent of Finance here in Longview ISD.
I'm Mike Gipson, the Maintenance Supervisor for Longview ISD.
And we're here at the high school today, and we just wanted to give you some information about the bond issue that we have coming before voters on May 7th. And I would say the first step that we took when we entered into this project was to conduct a needs facilities assessment over the different facilities. And specifically, one of the first things we wanted to know about the high school was structurally, was this a sound structure that we could utilize for the next 25, 30 years? That was important to us before we started upgrading to make sure that we had longevity in the building. And so the information we received back was that this was an incredibly structurally sound building that has plenty of life in it, but there were areas that needed to be addressed. And Mike, you can help with this, but one of the areas that is definitely outdated in this building is HVAC components in the high school.
Yes, several HVAC components, especially when you go talking about the Coliseum area. A lot of those air handlers are original to the construction of the Coliseum. Those things need to be replaced, and it's gotten to a point now where they're so old, parts are hard to get, and they're hard to get fixed. And so that's one of the HVAC things and then duct work and things like that could be looked at, and probably wouldn't hurt to look at those and do some cleaning and things along those lines.
Something else we'd like to address with Proposition 1 here at the high school is just safety and security with our students. And one thing we would like to repair are just the cameras. We'd like to update our cameras. I think they're 14 years old. We've several years back went and cleaned all of the lenses. But we're just at a point now where there's so much more advanced technology with camera systems, and we would like to replace all of the cameras. They have technology now that, if there's somebody that we absolutely do not want on this campus, we can upload a picture into the software system, and if that person were to walk on the campus, it would notify an administrator that that person's on campus, and we can immediately take action. We just like to advance to the newest technology for the safety and well-being of our students here on this campus. Something else that was a major issue is just plumbing throughout the district, throughout the high school campus. And I'll just let you expand on that because you've dealt with it for years.
Sure. Well, you got to remember the high school is very old. It's been, I think, 1976, 75. So a lot of the plumbing, the original plumbing, is still in this building. We have issues around the kitchen area with the cleaning of the drainage pipes and things like that. The cleaner will eat the cast iron up, and we're having problems with that. And at times we have issues with things backing up and running down into some of our dressing rooms, and so we don't want anything like that. And if you think about the age of this building and what's going on, it's just a good thing that we need to do to go ahead and replace some of these things while we can do it this way.
All right. Another major issue that we'd like to address is just maximizing instructional space or our classrooms. We just have a lot of dead space within the high school, and we'd like to move some walls, do some different things with instructional spaces, just so we can make sure and maximize every square foot here within the high school. Another area that we really need to address is the cafeteria. For the current student enrollment, there's not near enough room in that cafeteria to host students, and therefore we have students that eat outside. I would say there are probably students that don't eat just because of how small the cafeteria is. So we want to expand the cafeteria and make it a more comfortable space for students to go inside and be able to eat. Another one is just painting the high school, interior and some exterior areas, and just cleaning it. It's an old building, close to 50 years old,
yes,
and it just needs a good cleaning. It needs painting throughout the building, and so that's just another area we'd like to address. And then the one major issue is just the elevator. We just had just nightmare stories with our elevator,
right?
And we just need a new elevator. We need to get rid of the old one and replace it with a new elevator here at the high school.
Yeah, that's another one of the components of this building, in the main building here, that's been here since the building was built. And at times we have issues with people, actually getting stuck in the elevator for a few minutes, and we talk to our elevator people that do the work on those things, and they say, it just needs to be overhauled, completely redone. because you just can't buy parts and things to just repair those kind of things at this age. So another thing that we didn't mention yet, well, outside, we have outside drainage issues also, not just plumbing inside, but outside drainage. And you know, around your home, if you live there very long, things change, the grounds change, and drainage things needs change. Well, all of this outdoor drainage piping is original to the construction of the high school, and at times we've had issues with it backing water up nearly into areas of the building out here. And so this is something that could be addressed also if we can get this passed.
Right, and I'd like one other area. We're very fortunate in that the architect that we hired to design and facilitate these different propositions, I would say his specialty is design and safety. And he really pointed out a lot of different safety aspects of the high school that we can address in Proposition 1. So anyway, as educators, we're always looking to create a safer learning environment for students, and we're just very fortunate to have an architect that will help us address those areas here at the high school.
One other thing that I don't think we've really mentioned is our restrooms here, especially in this main building. Once again, I'm going to say, original. A lot of the stuff is original to the construction of this building. The restrooms here really use a facelift, really go in while we're doing this plumbing work, come in and do the new fixtures, new cabinets, make sure we stay ADA compliant, and just, that would be, the students would enjoy that, and we would all enjoy it. It'd be good for the school.
And again, I'll end with this. The high school is a structurally sound building that we can use for several more years. It just needs to be addressed, the plumbing in different areas that we've talked about today. And so, anyway, appreciate your time. Again, May 7th is actual voting day, and appreciate your time. Have a great day.